Would the condition of your brakes affect your stopping distance as well?
It could, I guess.
Okay. So when you listed in here that speed was a factor in this crash, you're not saying that was the only factor, correct?
No, I'm just saying that speed is a factor in the crash.
Just a factor. Okay. And you'd agree with me that as we look at the turn that gets initiated at about 2 seconds out when he comes up to the intersection of Proban and Alamo there, all the way through the time zero, Mr. Castillo is trying his best to turn to the left, correct?
Yeah, that's cranked as much as you can get it to the left.
And for whatever reason, that Tesla's not responding, correct?
It's responding based on the speed and the weight and the steering. It's just not responding the way maybe a driver would want it to respond.
And just so at 2 seconds out, we're at 50 miles an hour. At 1 second out, we're at 37. At 0.2, we're at 34 miles per hour. And at the time of impact, we're at 33. Did I read that correctly?
Yes, sir.
One second, sir.
Sure.
Sergeant, I appreciate you asking my questions. Thank you.
Yes,
That's
sir.
witness, Judge.
State.
Judge, we have no further questions. May this witness be excused.
All right. Is this witness excused?
He's excused, Judge.
All right. The rule has been invoked. You're not allowed to share your testimony with anyone while this trial is pending.
Okay.
Thank you. And if you leave whatever documents with the court reporter, please.
Okay.
All right. Does anyone need a break before the next witness is called?
Judge, I think I would like a break.
Okay. All right. I'm going to give you all 10 minutes. All right. Please remember my previous instructions. Rise for the jury. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I look like.
Okay, so on Quayar, Norma, what page is Quayar on?
Say, whatever I think it's gonna be, I don't.
I
said
always
do so.
All right, thank you.
I was.
All right, so when are you asking to return?
I think, so you're probably gonna take all their plots.
Yeah.
All right, Norma, are you able to put it on May 19th? All right, and then the other one you have?
To have hernia surgery today. I'm like.
So he might need to come in on
Oh,
Monday.
Carlos,
Oh, no.
Jose Gonzalez, yes.
Say, it's
It's an outpatient?
It's an outpatient deal. He said he could come in tomorrow, so I'll touch base with him
Great,
tonight.
Norma, if you can recall this for 45 days,
Anesthesia. Fine. He'll be incredibly.
let him know he needs to be on time.
Don't abuse him.
Yes,
I,
that's.
I've heard people asking like, so do you?
June 29th.
It's like, okay, I'll be gentle with you. It's like,
All right, thank you.
Like, oh, what happened today? Oh, I just got done with surgery.
Is everyone ready?
Judge, I think we want to ask, how late do you want to go today? We want to go till
I
5 or,
think we just call the witnesses and we'll see where we are.
of course, Judge.
All right, thank you. Thanks, guys.
Message received.
All right, Deputy Laura, if you can line the jurors up. And then on Friday, what I can tell you all, we're not starting till 10 because I have mental health court.
Gotcha. How's that going?
Oh, it's going well. You know, there's always an issue with funding,
Oh,
an issue.
you've heard
with
about
finding
AOT, right?
beds.
You heard about our AOT program?
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
yeah.
Oscar started this thing, one of 3 counties in the country,
Mhm.
has trained, I don't know how many states. And now
Mhm.
we're the largest county in Texas, no program.
Yeah.
And wait till that starts hitting the jail and the hospitals and how it starts affecting it. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's gonna be bad. People
It
don't
will.
listen to us though. I was talking to Judge Kays and it's like, I should still flag people for AOT.
Mhm.
Force the LMHA to do their statutorily mandated
Yeah.
duties and provide outpatient services to these guys
Mhm.
and see how that goes.
Yeah.
Related to the Judge Case and Laredo, right?
Yes, I think that was his uncle. I think so. He was older for sure. Yeah, he's related to Phil. Phil's his cousin. And so they're all related. So, but yeah, it's all up out of Lorena. Yeah, same family. Same family.
Oh, if you all could have your witness on the stand, please.
We'll give him just.
Thank you.
They're right there. Can you open the door? Be careful.
Develop, and I'll ask him to spell his name for you.
Ready?
Just give us a moment. Yes, we are. We're ready.
All right, for the jury.
All right, everyone, please be seated. State, call your next witness.
Judge, I don't believe the witness has been sworn just yet.
No, call your next witness. All
Judge, we'll call Detective Clayton Paula. Staff.
right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. There's a square microphone up there. If you could place that somewhere on your lapel, it's for the court reporter to hear.
Okay.
All right, if you'll state your name for the record, please.
Detective Clayton Pavelik.
All right, state, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Good afternoon, Detective.
Good afternoon.
How are you currently employed?
With the San Antonio Police Department
Okay, and how long have you been employed by SAPD?
for the past 14 years.
Okay, and what's your rank right now, detective?
Detective, yes.
Is that a promotion above a usual patrol officer?
Yes.
Okay. What unit are you currently assigned to?
The Traffic Investigations Unit.
Okay, what are your duties with the traffic investigations unit?
So we investigate any kind of crime involving vehicles, mainly hit and run crashes, all the way from just damage to vehicles, all the way up to the death of someone. Also manslaughter cases, intox assaults, manslaughter cases involving vehicles, and even murder cases involving vehicles.
Okay. What state certifications do you have through TCOL?
Through TCOL, I have my Master Peace Officer license.
Okay, and in regards to the traffic investigation unit, what kind of specialized training do you get to be a part of that unit?
I got certified in crash reconstruction.
Okay, so you walk us through like your training in crash reconstruction. What does that entail?
It's several different classes, over 120 hours of training, going over how to reconstruct a crash scene, how to basically see the damage on vehicles, and kind of go from there. And also do math to get speeds of vehicles.
So you've done mathematics as well?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in your time with the traffic investigation unit, how many fatality crashes have you done?
Since I've been on the unit,
How many fatality crash investigations have you been a part of?
in San Antonio, we average probably 200 a year. And so, I mean, I'd say I go to at least probably between a third and a half of those while I'm on duty.
Okay. And you said that's in San Antonio. Have you assisted other agencies?
We have.
Oh, okay. Which agencies have you assisted?
We've helped Leon Valley out before on a case. We helped, trying to think of the other one. Balcones Heights, mainly just other smaller cities in this area.
Okay. Have you testified in court before?
Yes.
Have you testified involving crash reconstruction and mathematics before?
Yes.
Okay. In 2023, specifically right around March and April, were you up to date with all your certifications?
I was still going through my training at that time.
Okay. Judge, may I approach?
Yes.
All right, so Detective, you said you were in training around March and April of 2023. Were all of your certifications and classes completed before that date?
For the crash reconstruction, I still hadn't went through the like EDR, CDR certification training.
Okay. Did you do the EDR extraction analysis in this case?
The extraction, yes, I was certified for that. I wasn't certified to analyze it.
Okay, but you did not do the analysis in
No.
this case. But everything else you were certified on at the time you did this
Yes.
investigation. Okay. Has
And
anything?
I'm sorry, and just with regards to that question, any objections, defense?
Judge, the objection I have, I'm sorry,
No, no, it's fine to say.
the objection
sorry.
that I have at this point.
I'm sorry, approach.
You got it.
All right, State, you may continue.
Thank you so much, Judge. Right. So Detective, were you called out to a collision at the corner of Alamo and Proban Street?
Yes,
And this was on March 25th, 2023
correct,
in San Antonio, Texas,
correct.
in Berry County.
Yes,
All right. Did you write a report based on your investigation that began out there?
yes, I did.
Would a copy of the report help refresh your memory for your testimony today?
Yes, sir.
May I approach the witness, Judge?
Yes.
This is going to be what's labeled for identification purposes, State Exhibit G. All that I ask is that this is not admitted to evidence, so feel free to refresh your memory from this document, but don't read directly from the document.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So Detective, when you went out to the corner of Alamo and Probant on March 25th, 2023, did you go out there with other detectives?
Yes, I did.
Which detectives did you go out there with?
It was Detective Orta, Detective Martinez, and Detective Zissel,
Okay.
all part of the traffic investigations unit at the time.
Were you the detective that was in charge of the overall investigation?
Yes,
Okay. Do you have personal knowledge as to what the other detectives did at the scene?
yes. So Detective Orta marked the roadway evidence at the scene. Detective Rickle completed a sketch and he measured on the rough sketch.
Okay. So let's rewind just a little bit. How is a crash scene usually processed?
So the way we go out there, the first thing we look for is the roadway evidence at the scene, which are any kind of skid marks leading up to the crash. We'll also look for debris fields. We'll look for any kind of other evidence there. We'll look for evidence in the vehicles and just try and piece everything together about how the crash occurred and work our way.
And was that process done at this scene?
Yes.
Okay. Did you speak to any of the patrol officers that have arrived first?
Yes.
Did you get information regarding their investigation?
Yes.
And you added that to your investigation?
Yes.
Okay. I want to show you a few photos that have already been admitted to evidence. Thank you, Mike. So, Detective, did you assist and do you have knowledge of evidence that was collected at the scene?
Yes.
And what about markings at the scene?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna show State Exhibit number 6. Were these some of the markings that you said were done by other detectives?
Yes.
Same with Exhibit 7,
Yes.
same with Exhibit 8.
Correct.
There is an X right here on State Exhibit number 8. What is that?
It usually means he just painted the wrong thing. He got maybe a little off track or something, so he put an X through it. And
Okay.
then, as you see, he continued his pattern where he was going.
Okay, so those yellow lines show the path of travel?
Yes.
Okay. Was there any damage that you remember to the curb of the sidewalk?
There was a little bit of damage. You can see some scraping right here along the bottom. And then, like you can
Can you point that out on the big screen?
on the big screen.
Please.
So right here on the, you can see on the curb here, there's like some scraping.
Okay, let me zoom up. Good. If we can get the there.
Kind of like a white filth mark.
Okay. Let's continue on from that. What about on? This is what's already been admitted as State Exhibit 9. Do we see any other damage to the roadway?
Yes, it looks like there's damage to the asphalt.
And you're talking about, what are these called? Scratches or striations or?
Yeah, either scratch or a scrape mark.
Those usually occur when a vehicle is involved in a collision.
Yes, it does.
And then lastly, State Exhibit 10. What is that?
That is the vehicle that was involved with Tesla.
Okay. So you did markings of the roadway, and you also collected evidence?
Yes.
Was one piece of evidence the white Crocs that were found?
Yes, they were found in two different spots. We
Okay.
found one of the shoes inside the driver's floorboard, and then the other shoe was found close to the scene.
And I'm going to show State Exhibit number 20. Is that the white Croc that was found in the vehicle?
Correct.
And then State Exhibit number 13. That's the white Croc that was found around the corner.
Yes.
Did you also find a cell phone in the vehicle?
Yes, it was on the driver's side seat.
Okay. Do you remember if that cell phone had any information that was displayed on it?
Yes, it had the defendant's information, his name, I believe his height, weight, and an emergency contact.
I'll show State Exhibit number 23. Is this the phone that was found?
Yes.
Okay. And before this, did you have any suspicion about whether Robert Castillo was involved?
I mean, the vehicle did belong to him. It was registered to him, so it's usually first person we look at if the vehicle's not stolen.
Okay, so your investigation began to suspect that Robert Castillo was involved.
Yes.
Right. Now, Detective, you've had training in crash reconstruction and mathematics, right?
Yes.
Let me ask you, I'm showing State Exhibit number 31. Is there some significant damage to the vehicle and to the windshield specifically?
Yes.
Okay. Would this kind of damage be synonymous with a high-speed impact?
Objection calls for speculation.
That will be overruled.
Yes, it would be.
Okay. And based on your training, experience, and expertise, would this be damage that is consistent with striking a pedestrian that's, say, 5'10", 191 pounds?
Yes.
How long were y'all out there?
Approximately 2 hours or so.
Okay. And while you were out there, did anyone that was associated with the vehicle come back and speak with y'all?
No.
Did you ever have any contact with the driver?
No.
Did you ever have contact with the passenger?
No.
So everyone associated with this vehicle never made contact with y'all the entire time y'all were there?
No.
Detective, I'm going to show you State Exhibit number 2. This is a map of downtown with Alamo being right here and Provan being right here. So the accident would have occurred right around here?
Yes, correct.
Okay. What kind of area is this?
It's kind of a business residential area. It's the best way to describe it. There's a lot of apartments. There's also a lot of businesses, restaurants, all kinds of stuff. Everyone calls it the Blue Star area.
Okay. So a lot of people live there.
Yes.
To your knowledge, did anyone or was there any 911 call or report about multiple shots fired coming from this area around this time?
No.
Were the only 911 calls coming out of this area at this time, to your knowledge, about the collision?
Yes, that's all I recall.
So no one reported a shooting that you know of?
No.
Now you stayed out there for a few hours. When was the victim declared deceased?
Let's see. He was pronounced deceased at 1:46.
And were you able to ascertain the identity of the deceased?
I believe we did get his ID at the scene, but we didn't confirm it until the medical examiner did fingerprint.
Okay. What was the ID that you found?
It was for Eric.
That's for, what was his last name?
Moody.
So it was Eric Moody that was deceased?
Yes.
Did your investigation end that night?
No.
Okay. Now, through your investigation, did you learn that Antonio Lerma made contact with police?
Yes.
Did you learn through your investigation that Antonio gave an interview?
Yes.
Did you watch this interview?
Yes, I did.
Through your investigation, did you learn that Robert Castillo turned himself into the central substation?
Yes.
Do you know when this event occurred?
It was a few days after on 3/27,
Okay, so the initial crash was on,
3/25,
and Robert Castillo turned himself in at, or on which day?
3/27.
Okay, so about 2 days after?
Yes.
Did you speak to a Miss Jennifer Aruza about what occurred?
Yes.
And when Robert Castillo turned himself in, was there an arrest warrant or search warrant out for him?
No, not at that time.
So there was no warrant, nothing by law enforcement seeking out Robert Castillo when he turned himself in.
No.
He turned himself in of his own free will and volition.
Yes.
Now, based on your investigation, after Robert Castillo turned himself in, then did you apply for an arrest warrant?
Yes, I did.
Was that arrest warrant based on your investigation?
Yes.
Was that arrest warrant granted by a magistrate?
Yes, it was.
How is an arrest warrant granted by a magistrate?
So they read it over. If they believe there's enough probable cause to that the arrest can be made, then they sign it.
Okay. And to your knowledge, what is a magistrate?
A magistrate is a judge.
Okay, so a judge signed off on the arrest warrant.
Yes.
And to your knowledge, I'm so sorry, man. To your knowledge, was an arrest made?
Yes, it was.
Okay. So when did you apply for a search warrant of Robert Castillo's white Tesla?
That was on 4/19.
And was that the same process as an arrest warrant?
Generally the same process. You take it to a magistrate and they approve it.
And was the search warrant for the white Tesla granted?
Yes.
Okay. What were y'all looking for?
The electronic data recorder and the thumb drive that
Okay.
had video recordings on it.
Okay, so you got two items.
Yes.
Okay, so you extracted the EDR?
Yes.
What did you do with the data from the EDR?
So using our software, I image the EDR and it prints out a report. Like I said, at the time, I wasn't certified on how to read the report. So I gave it to Detective Davis, or Sergeant Davis now, and he analyzed it.
Okay. So while Sergeant Davis is looking at the EDR, you're looking at the USB?
Yes, the video.
What was on that USB?
There were videos from the Tesla.
Okay. Now, was there a problem or a gap in the video when you were going through the USB?
Yes, it's an approximate minute between the two events that were stored on there.
Through your investigation, were you able to hypothesize why that minute gap occurred?
Yes,
That
so
can cause speculation, Judge. No way he knows why that gap happened.
I'm asking through his investigation what he learned about that minute gap.
All right, that objection will be overruled.
so through my investigation, I learned that Tesla automatically uploads the video of a collision through the cloud, and they also upload the EDR data. So that could have possibly interfered with the recording.
Okay. Now, through your investigation, did you find out that there was a 911 call made by the other vehicle involved in this case?
Yes.
Did you attempt to speak to that driver?
Yes, I did.
Were you successful?
No, he would not return my phone calls.
Detective, are you up to date with your SFST DWI investigation courses?
Yes, I am.
Can you describe to the jury what DWI investigation and SFSTs are?
So it's basically how you go about determining if a person is intoxicated. Usually some of the ways you start by you smell intoxicants on their breath, if they have a strong odor, if they have bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, then you can go by if they're stumbling or just kind of lethargic moving. You just kind of work your way through.
Judge, I'm going to object to this line of questioning. There were no SFTs done in this case. There's no relevance.
All right, state.
Judge, I'll ask questions specifically about a DWI investigation.
All right, then the objection will be sustained.
So when you're doing a DWI investigation, are you trying to look for clues?
Yes.
Judge, I'm going to object. There was no DWI investigation done. There's no relevance.
Judge, one of the manner and means about this is that the defendant was acting recklessly because of the introduction of intoxicants. So I'll be able to develop this through further testimony. I need to ask these questions in order to prove up an element of my.
All right, the objection will be overruled.
All right, detective. What are clues in a DWI investigation?
So like I said, you'll start with determining if you smell intoxicants, bloodshot eyes can do it, and then you go into the SFSTs, which consist of the horizontal gaze nystagmus test, the walk-in churn, and the one-leg stand.
Are there clues that you look for when a person is driving that may indicate a reasonable suspicion that they're impaired?
Yes, you can look for erratic driving, not maintaining a lane. Sometimes they might be delayed in how, like stopping or just, fast, driving way too slow. There's a lot of different things.
Okay. So if I showed you some video of Robert Castillo driving a vehicle, would you be able to look for clues about possible impairment?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that.
Your Honor, I'm going to object. This has not been disclosed to us at all that he is going to do any kind of on-the-spot analysis of whether or not his driving at the time was somehow impaired or showing indicia of intoxication. This hasn't been disclosed to us. Furthermore, Judge, there is no report as to such. And as we all know, just watching a video is not going to be able to show whether or not Mr. Castillo was intoxicated. The balancing test on this under 403, this is highly prejudicial with very little, if any, probative value. And we'd ask that this not be permitted.
May I respond, Judge?
Yes.
Judge, part of the indictment, the manner and means, is about the defendant acting recklessly because of the introduction of intoxicants that could cause impairment. Now, detective has already testified that he is trained in looking for clues regarding DWI investigation.
Just for a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could step outside briefly. All right. So this is what I can, you all may be seated. This is what I'm telling y'all I'm finding. Number one, in the indictment in count one, it says that in or driving under the influence of alcohol, a drug, a dangerous drug, or combination thereof. So that puts the defense on notice that they're trying to prove that Mr. Castillo was maybe driving under the influence of alcohol, a drug, or dangerous drug or combination thereof. So with that, there's notice of that's what the state is going to prove. Now the question becomes, what other notice outside of that are you saying you don't have?
I don't have any report from Detective Pavelik indicating that Mr. Castillo or his driving was showing signs of impairment. Detective Pavelik has had these Tesla videos since at least April when he executed the search warrant. There has been no report or any kind of evidence provided to the defense under 3914, indicating that Mr. Castillo's driving showed indicia of any kind of impairment. To have him
Alright,
come in
so-
here and do that in front of the jury is so
Okay.
prejudicial.
Judge,
Has he been given any reports?
there are no reports regarding intoxication. However, he has been given all the videos in discovery, and it is part of the indictment that intoxicants may be involved.
I mean, it's
Um,
in part of the indictment, but doesn't he need discovery on, then are they existing or driving under the influence of alcohol or drug or dangerous drug or combination thereof? I mean, for example, in this where you're saying he failed to apply brakes in a timely manner, you call a witness and that witness talks about when braking was done. And then it's saying at a reasonable speed, and you have a witness to come in and talk about speed. And my understanding is they were given discovery about someone testifying about the rate or speed of the vehicle and about the braking of the vehicle.
Mhm.
So it would appear to the court that in order to present evidence from some witness about being under the influence of a alcohol or drug or dangerous drug or combination thereof, then the defense should have been given some sort of notice of that other than it's in the indictment.
And Judge, the reason that there was no DWI investigation done was because Mr. Castillo was not at the scene afterwards. There was no contact with him until 2 days after the fact, well after he had potentially sobered up. This is the only way that we can prove this element of the offense is through Detective Pavelic.
But if you were going to prove it through this officer, there should have been some sort of report, because otherwise the defense doesn't have adequate information to cross the witness on what he's going to talk about.
And
I
Judge,
mean, defense, were you aware this witness was going to talk about a video and your client may or may not appearing to be under the influence of alcohol or drug or dangerous drug or a combination thereof?
Judge, we had no idea. And furthermore, I don't think that even if he does talk about what's on the video, that it's going to show any kind of evidence that our client was under the influence of alcohol, a drug, or a combination thereof. I haven't seen anything about alcohol or a drug or a combination thereof. Matter of fact, the only evidence that we have in front of the court right now in this jury is Mr. Lerma's testimony yesterday saying Mr. Castillo was not intoxicated.
All right, what I can tell parties.
Judge, if I could
Yes.
just add one thing. So regarding the report that was generated by this witness, he did take into account Mr. Lerma's statement that was provided to Detective Stausenberger. And that was that the defendant did seem to be intoxicated and or buzzed or feeling good, Judge. And so he took that into account in his investigation. Now, I would submit to the court that this line of questioning is rebuttal to what they insinuated to the jury yesterday, which was that the defendant was completely sober, even though there are facts and evidence that dispute that, Judge. And so that would be my response regarding notice, is that it's in the indictment. It was mentioned in the prosecution guide because he reviewed the statement of the witness, and that it is responding to a direct line of contention that they opened the door to yesterday.
Judge, I totally disagree with that. That statement that they're referring to was the statement made by Antonio Lerma. Antonio Lerma was up on that stand, and he testified under oath that Mr. Castillo did not appear to be intoxicated. That's what his testimony was. At first he said, oh, well, maybe he was a little buzzed, I don't know. And then we started talking to him, it's like, well, why'd you get in the car with him?
All right, this is,
And
this,
he flat out said, well, yeah, no, he wasn't intoxicated. He didn't appear to be intoxicated at all.
this is what the court will allow. You can question the witness about clues of intoxication, because that is in the indictment, but you are not allowed, and he's not allowed to testify from watching a video, his determination or his thoughts on whether or not the defendant was intoxicated or under the influence.
Okay,
So does everyone understand?
just to clarify, Judge, you're allowing him to talk about clues of intoxication, but
Mhm.
not to view the videos and that are already in evidence and testify to what he sees on those.
No,
Yeah.
or,
No.
so I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
No
Judge.
problem.
Please forgive me. I guess my understanding of the court's ruling is that he can watch the videos, but not form an opinion as to intoxication.
Yes.
Is that correct?
That is
Okay.
correct.
But he can watch the videos with the jury and call out the clues of possible intoxication. we can see.
No.
Yeah. No, he can testify to his experience and what clues are.
Okay.
He is not to then watch the video and say, this is what I'm considering to be a clue, or this is what I'm considering to be a clue as it relates to this defendant.
Acknowledge, Judge.
Okay.
I guess just a quick question, Judge. So
Yes.
just regarding the videos that are in evidence, is the witness permitted to say, I'd previously watched this video and observed the defendant, running a red light? Because that's in the.
Well, I
video.
mean, that
If
is,
he's not attributing it to his
Intoxication.
intoxication.
yes.
Okay,
I'm
so,
following
so
that. It's-
just so
it-
everyone's
video should
clear,
show.
All clear.
he's
Yes.
not, he's allowed to view the exhibit, but not form an opinion as to intoxication. Okay.
Or anything that is happening on the video that indicates, oh, this is intoxication.
Yeah.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, let's bring the jurors back in.
Can I get a water?
I'm sure.
PAW, PAWELEK. Clayton, CLAYTON.
Oh, you said you needed water?
Yes, please.
Oh, do y'all have water? We only have the fountain in the back.
Let's try.
Yes, thank
All
you.
rise for the jury.
All right, you may be seated and state, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. All right. First of the record, I'm going to be playing a video from State Exhibit number 48. And Detective, if you'll watch along with me. This is going to be 01-16-49. So Detective, can you watch this video and tell me if you see anything that's out of order?
He pulled through the handicap parking spots instead of just turning right to exit.
So he's pulling through a handicap parking spot there?
Yes.
And playing 01-17-50 front. Tell me if you see anything out of order here, Detective.
The defendant rolled through the stop sign without completely stopping. Here he pulls forward past the stop line into the crosswalk area. Takes a while to completely stop.
And now playing 01-18-51 front.
He's in the straight only lane to stay on the access road. He cuts over at the last minute, cuts off the other driver to get on the highway. Here he seems to be traveling at a high rate of speed, passing all the other vehicles.
Playing 01-19-53 front.
Continues traveling at a high rate of speed. Picks his speed back up, passing all the vehicles. Crossing multiple lanes.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to speak up so that the court reporter can hear.
There he's almost straddling two lanes for a little bit.
Playing 01-20-53 front.
Disregards the red light, like the vehicle in front of him did. Stops even though he has a green light.
playing 01-21-54 front.
Still stopped even though he has a green light. Accelerates at a high rate of speed. Says control.
All right. Let's move on to another subject. Detective, talk about firearms. Are you trained on how to use a firearm?
Yes.
What kind of training did you go to be certified to use a firearm?
We go through training in the academy and then we do yearly training every year to get certified.
Okay. As you're a certified law enforcement officer,
Correct.
commissioned by San Antonio Police Department.
Correct.
Are you required to be armed?
Yes.
Are you armed right now?
Yes.
What kind of weapon are you armed with?
With a 9mm Smith and Wesson.
Smith and Wesson? Okay. What kind of firearm is that? Pistol, revolver?
It's a pistol, semi-automatic.
Okay. Are you trained on how to use that weapon?
Yes.
In the academy, were you trained on night operations?
Yes.
Okay. Did you fire weapons at night?
Yes, we did.
Okay. What is a muzzle flash?
It's a bright flash anytime you pull the trigger.
Okay. So that bright flash, would it be like a little pinprick of light, or would it be not a giant fireball, but like it's a significant flash of light?
Yes.
It's actually leading.
Sustain.
Move to strike the answer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you instructed to disregard the last answer?
How bright is a muzzle flash?
Muzzle flash, it's very bright.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been admitted already as defense exhibit 1 and 6. Can you take a look? Right there.
And defense, you can, just one moment, defense, if you need to move around to see what they're referring to, you're more than welcome to do so.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I know exactly what they're looking
Good,
at.
Thank
David?
you.
Good. Okay. All right. Can you look right there in between the A pillar and the side pillar? Do you see a spot of light there?
Yes.
In your training experience, is that amount of light given off by a muzzle flash?
No, looks more like maybe a cell phone
Okay.
camera or something.
What about in defense exhibit? So that's defense exhibit 1. What about defense exhibit 6? You see that spot of light?
Yes.
Is that synonymous, or that amount of light synonymous with a muzzle flash?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna play state exhibit number 48, specifically 01-21-54. If I can find it. Okay, so. All right, so what I'm gonna do is gonna go to tools, effects and filters. Right, so I can see it. Video effects, geometry, and interactive zoom. We're gonna go frame by frame. And detective, tell me if you see anything that would be synonymous with a muzzle flash from the vehicle.
There.
Saw the light, but it doesn't look like a muzzle flash.
What does it look like to you?
Like I said,
Objection calls for
maybe
speculation.
Cell phone.
Just 1 second. So once an objection is raised, if you'll stop talking, that's okay. What is your objection?
Objection, it calls for speculation. It's conjecture. He doesn't know what it is.
All right,
I'll rephrase the question, Judge.
all right. And the objection,
Approach.
yes. Each side will have a chance to question the witness. And each side, if they have an objection, they're supposed to address their objections to the court. So if there's any statements made by either side that is answering a question and it's not, and they're not the party that's asking the question, you're to disregard that. Does everyone understand? All right. So
Continue, Judge.
if you will ask your question.
Oh, I'm still going through the exhibit with the
Yes,
witness. If I
yes.
proceed.
Yes.
Thank you.
And the last objection, I'm sorry, the last objection from the defense, since states you're withdrawing that question, that objection will be sustained.
Very well, Judge. Now, Detective, that other vehicle that we're seeing right here, where did it go on the video?
It turned onto Flores.
Okay, and is it now out of sight?
Yes.
Is there any kind of, for lack of a better word, firing solution or a way that a weapon could be fired when it's out of sight?
No.
Okay. Did you see anything that looked like a muzzle flash to you during that?
No, I did not.
Okay. Let's go back a little bit to same interaction. I'm going to fast forward just a little bit for purposes of time. This is 01-20-53 rights. All right. So detective, on this video, what's going on with the other vehicle?
It looks like they're engaged in some kind of argument or going back and forth with each other.
Is the other vehicle, I can see a face there. Is he rolling his window down?
Yes.
Okay, so this is at 45 seconds in. All right, so if the interaction started at 45 seconds, how long is this video?
Should be about a minute.
Okay, so it's about 15 seconds of interaction there.
Correct.
Okay. I'm sorry, this is 01-21-54 bytes. And that's about when the interaction ends. So where are we at second wise on this video?
29 seconds.
So roundabout the interaction between Mr. Castillo and this other driver was about 45 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about defects. Was the white Tesla impounded at ground impound?
Yes, I was.
Okay, did you go out there to inspect the vehicle?
Yes, we did.
All right. Were there defects that you found out there?
Yes, in the
Did
back
you take
bumper.
pictures of those defects?
Correct.
Judge, may I approach the witness?
Yes.
All right. Detective, I'm showing us the Lagos State Exhibit 51 through 58. Can you tell me what these are?
Yes, these are the CSI photos taken of the possible projectiles in the back.
Okay, and do you have, you were there when these photos were taken?
Yes.
Are they clear and accurate representations of the vehicle and the defects as you saw them that day?
Yes.
Judge, the state would like to exhibit, like to admit, State Exhibit 51 through 58, any objection?
No objection, Judge.
All right, State's Exhibits 51 through 58 is admitted without objection.
So let's go through these bit by bit. Thank you, ma'am. All right, so Are these, what's the term for these? Defects?
Yeah.
Okay. What did they look like to you?
To me, they do appear to be from a bullet.
Okay, so they'd be bullet holes.
Yes,
Okay, and these are on the white Tesla that Robert Castillo was driving?
correct.
Okay. Same thing, state exhibit 52. Is this the close review?
Yes.
And state exhibit 53? What appears to be pictured there?
I believe it's right here. Looks like the,
Oh, you
Possible.
can.
If
put
you
that
could
up
point
in
out the
the-
big screen.
right here is the defect, possibly from the bullet.
Okay. State exhibit 54. State exhibit 55. State exhibit 56. Does that look like the trajectory that the bullet took
Possibly, that's blurry, I can't see.
for the rip in the fabric?
Yes.
Okay. Say exhibit 57. Okay, and stay exhibit 58.
Couldn't hear you, sir. I'm
Could
sorry.
you keep your voice up because everybody still has to hear.
Yes, that's the fabric.
Okay, thank you so much, Detective. So Detective, while you were investigating these bullet holes, did you find anything that would show when the bullet holes were created?
No, there's no way to tell that.
Is it within the realm of possibility that these bullet holes were already in the vehicle before the collision?
Yes.
A day before?
Objection calls for speculation, Judge. He has no idea.
With regards to speculation,
Judge, I'll move on from the question.
thank you.
All right.
Can I get a ruling, Judge?
Sustained.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh. While you were inspecting the vehicle, was any projectile or bullet located in the vehicle?
No,
It was a complete pass-through?
we couldn't find any kind of.
So no
evidence.
projectile was recovered?
No.
Okay. Now, Detective, while you're reviewing the videos, did you see any pedestrians that were on the roadway before the collision?
Before the collision?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be. Okay, this is the other repeater.
Did you want me to point them out?
Stand by. You see a pedestrian here?
Yes. Walking on the sidewalk.
This is.
I'm sorry, this is 012154 left. And right here, I'm gonna rewind it just a little bit. Right here on the corner, do we see movement?
It looked like it, yes. Yep, I see someone walking.
Is that another pedestrian on the roadway?
Yes,
Not the same one, right?
no,
So Detective, a few more questions. So. And this is 12418 back. Detective, does it appear there's a vehicle approaching on the right side of the screen?
yes,
Okay. So Detective, there was testimony yesterday that this vehicle was the same vehicle that Mr. Castillo accosted, for lack of a better term, earlier that night. So let's go back to that.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to the phrasing of that question and that it's leading.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm going to object to the phrasing of that question and the fact that it's leading. Nobody testified that Mr. Castillo accosted that vehicle.
I'll rephrase the question, Judge.
All right, the objection will be sustained.
So there was testimony yesterday that this vehicle is the same Toyota FJ that we saw earlier in the videos. So let's exit out of that because I want to look at it a little closer. And Detective, from your investigation, from viewing these videos, this was the Toyota that was involved earlier.
correct.
Okay. I'll pause it right there. Detective, are you familiar with the headlights of a Toyota FJ?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
How many, standard issue, how many do Toyota FJs usually have?
It appears to have two.
Do you see anything, any kind of other lights, any under the hood lights, on the bumper, on top of the roof, anything at all?
No,
It's standard two headlights, right?
correct.
Okay. Let's go back to when the FJ allegedly came back. So your previous testimony was that there were two headlights on that vehicle
Yes,
and no other headlights that you saw that were on there.
no,
And we'll go frame by frame. Detective, can you see how many headlights are on this vehicle?
there's four.
Is it possible that the Toyota FJ went around the corner, slapped some lights on it, and then came back around?
No,
So there is no way this vehicle is the same as the vehicle we saw earlier.
no,
Detective, did you obtain an arrest warrant for this case?
yes, I did.
Which offense?
For failure to stop and render a death
Against who?
against the defendant, Robert Castillo.
Do you see Robert Castillo in court today?
Yes, I did.
Can you point him out for the jury?
And he's right over here in the blue suit and black tie.
Okay. Let the record reflect that the witness identified the defendant. And what was the conclusion of your investigation?
That he was driving the vehicle. He fled from the scene of the crash without rendering aid to Eric Moody.
Thank you, Detective. Judge, we will pass the witness.
Defense?
One moment, Judge. Okay. Detective Pavelic, my name is David McLean, and I represent Robert Castillo in this matter. If at any point during this, my questions to you, you don't understand a question that I'm asking you, if you would, please just let me know. I'm happy to repeat it. I ask bad questions all the time.
Yes, sir.
If you do answer a question, can I rely that you understood my question when you answered it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right. Let's start where we left off. So we're looking at this video right here. Can I manipulate that computer at all?
Yeah.
Thanks, appreciate you.
That's right. It's gonna be on the screen right here.
So as it's driving through, you'd agree with me, that's a Toyota FJ though, right?
It looks like a Jeep to me.
Got round headlights, right?
Yes, it has round headlights.
And that's actually a better picture of what we're talking about with the four headlights, right? No, those four headlights are those two headlights and two fog lights.
I see 4 lights.
You see four lights, but earlier you testified there were four headlights. So I'm just trying to determine what exactly we're looking at here. There's two headlights, four headlights, two headlights, two fog lights,
There's 4 lights.
four lights. And that's your answer.
Cannot tell if they're, yeah, there's headlights, probably fog lights.
Okay. Do Toyota FJs have fog lights built in to their bumper?
I don't know. Some do probably, some don't. I don't know.
Okay. How do we get to?
When I get to-
Yeah.
You wanting this one?
Yeah.
I want to push the space bar. That will pause it.
Oh, gotcha.
Mhm.
All right. All right. You see on that FJ, the cavity that I'm pointing to with the mouse right there. You see that?
On the bumper?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Those are fog lights, right?
I don't see a light on there.
Not on at the time, is it?
No.
But those are fog lights, right?
Like I said, I don't see a light. I don't see a lens or anything that indicates there's a light there.
But there's a cavity here that indicates there's something there, right?
Possibly.
Okay. Why would somebody turn on their fog lights?
And it's foggy?
Okay. Or maybe they just want more light
Yes.
so they can see.
Sure.
So they can see better, right?
Sure.
Especially if they were looking for something, right?
Judge, I'm object to that. That's speculation. There's no way the witness can tell or see into the minds of others as to whether they're turning fog lights on or not.
Sustained.
Would you agree with me that if somebody has their fog lights on, they're going to be able to see better than if they don't have them on?
Usually, yes.
Okay. Let's go back to the video where he's coming back around. So we're going to go back to 124:18 back. This is when that vehicle comes back around. And Detective Pavelli, I'm going to apologize to you and to this jury that I am having to slide over here to the defense's or the prosecution's table. The tech at the defense table just does not work, and I have no way of doing video there. I'm trying to get to a very specific frame. I'm sorry. Okay, can you tell me what color the top of that vehicle appears to be?
No,
Would you agree with me? It looks like it's white.
I can't tell from the how far away it is.
All right, if you could remember to just keep your voice up.
I can't tell.
How about in that frame? Can you tell? Does it look like it's white to you?
Not on here. No.
At this frame, it's starting to get out of the frame. You see that back tail light?
Yes,
Does that look like the tail light on the FJ?
I would have to look at them side by side.
Go back.
Like I said, I think it's a Jeep, but
All right.
You want to go back to the other one?
Yeah. How about right there?
Yeah.
Looks the same, right?
the other one was red, and that's like that amber color.
We can't really tell from the, we're not talking about pristine video in these videos, are we? But the shape of it looks the same, right?
Correct.
Position looks the same, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You can take it. All right. We'll work backwards a little bit. So you went out and inspected this Tesla that was out in Groudon Pound that was involved in this accident, correct?
Yes.
When did you do that?
It was after, I don't remember the exact date.
Would it be safe to say that you got a search warrant somewhere in the neighborhood of about January of 2025?
Yes. Sounds
It's
about right.
almost 2 years after this accident, you went out there to look for bullet holes, right?
No, we knew the bullet holes were in there.
Oh, you knew the bullet holes were there.
Yes.
When did you find out the bullet holes were there?
That night.
Really?
We saw.
Would it surprise you that CSI testified earlier when I told her that she took pictures of bullet holes, that she knew nothing about that?
She's the one that told me.
Really? Okay.
Judge,
So
I'm
you
object to
found-
that. That's a mischaracterization of a previous witness testimony.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you'll remember the testimony as you remember it.
So your testimony tonight is, or this afternoon, is that CSI told you that there were bullet holes in the car.
Yes, I'm pretty sure she told us at the scene.
Okay. Did you find out from other officers involved in this investigation that shots had been fired that night?
We found out later on when we saw the call. Well, not that shots were fired, but that Diego called in saying that a gun was pointed at him.
So who's Diego?
I mean, not Diego. Mr. Gomez. Yeah, Diego Gomez, the driver of the FJ.
So Diego Gomez told you, well,
he
I'm
called
going to
in-
object to hearsay. We don't need to know what Diego Gomez says because he's not here.
I think that's improper if he's objecting to his own question, Judge.
I'm objecting to the hearsay response.
All right, the parties approach. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my understanding, defense, you're withdrawing that question.
I'll withdraw that question, Judge.
All right.
You had other officers assisting in this investigation that night, correct?
Yes,
You had bicycle cops out looking around for Mr. Castillo and Mr. Lerma, correct?
yes,
You had Eagle up in the air, the helicopter, looking for Mr. Castillo and Mr. Lerma, correct?
yes.
Okay. From those bicycle cops, did you have a chance to talk with them during the course of your investigation?
No,
Okay. At any point, did someone tell you that the driver of the FJ had fired shots at them?
Judge, I'm gonna object to that. That's hearsay.
Sustain.
Okay. Let me ask you this. At any point, you found bullet holes, right? In the vehicle.
yes.
Okay. Did you do any other investigation as to whether or not shots had been fired at that vehicle that night?
There was no way to tell that night.
Did you look for shell casings?
I looked at the video,
What video?
the Tesla video.
Okay. And on the Tesla video, did you see anyone point a gun at the Tesla?
Not that I could see.
How about the driver of that FJ during that video? Did he go back up like this, like he was pointing something at them?
I saw him move, but I didn't see a gun.
You didn't see a gun, but did you see him make some sort of a furtive movement that indicated he was threatening the Tesla occupants?
He made a movement. It could have been for a cell phone. You never know what he was going for.
You have no idea.
No.
Did you do any investigation to find out what happened?
I tried to talk to him, but he would not talk to me.
You never returned your calls?
Nope.
Let me ask you this. Did you review the officers' body cams that were out investigating and looking for Mr. Castillo and Mr. Lerma?
The bike officers, or
Yes, sir.
no,
Why?
because they didn't find anything, and they didn't report anything.
So if they don't report anything, you're not going to investigate what their body cam showed?
They would put that in a supplement,
Did they?
not that I saw.
So nobody told you about shots being fired that night?
No,
No witnesses got or interviewed?
there were no witnesses
Okay.
that night.
We're gonna have to speak to those guys. Um. So just for the jury's sake, to be clear, you did not review all the body cam and all the reports from the officers that were out there doing the bike investigation?
From the bike investigation.
From the bicycle officers who were out there doing investigation that night?
I did not review all their body cams, no.
Okay. Did you collect any cell phone data or video from any witnesses?
There was no witnesses out at the scene.
When EMS arrived, they said that there were two, and this was from testimony yesterday. They said that there were a man and a woman walking around the Tesla vehicle. Did you investigate to find out who those people were?
When I arrived at the scene, there was no one else there to talk to, no witnesses. The officer said there were no witnesses there.
EMS told CSI about those two people. Did you find that out from CSI?
No,
It's in her report. Did you investigate that at all?
the witnesses, I don't have names. How am I gonna talk to them?
Did you find out which EMS paramedic or fire told CSI about the man and the woman walking around the vehicle?
No. EMS is there to treat the patient. They didn't get the other witness
I
information.
understand that, but they are the ones that told CSI detective about those two people. Did you bother to find out who they were?
Again, how am I gonna find out who they are? We didn't get any information on them,
You could have asked EMS or CSI, couldn't you?
but they did not get any information.
Did you find out why they didn't get the information?
Like I said, EMS is there for the patient. They're not there to get witness information.
But don't you think that would have been important to have?
Yes, it would have helped.
So you're the lead detective in this case, right?
Yes,
And as the lead detective, don't you think it's important to review the body camera video of the other officers who were involved in this investigation?
if it was pertinent to the case, yes.
And who determines if it's pertinent to the case?
If an officer is just out searching for the person, they don't find anything,
Would it surprise you to know on those videos that those officers had people telling them about gunshots?
Judge, I'm going to object to that. That's a mischaracterization of previous witness testimony.
Sustained.
Judge, I'm not talking about any witnesses testified. I'm talking about the investigation that he's failed to review.
All right, the objection will be sustained. You can ask your next question.
Would it surprise you to know that people heard gunshots that night?
people hear gunshots all the time, in San Antonio.
When you did you interview Antonio Lerma?
Did I interview him?
Yes.
No, another detective did.
Okay. Did you review that interview?
Yes,
Okay. Mr. Lerma testified that he heard gunshots coming from that FJ as they were speeding off, didn't he?
yes.
Judge, I'm going to object to that. There was no testimony that Lerma heard gunshots coming from the FJ. He just said he heard gunshots.
All right, that'll be sustained. Can parties approach? All right, defense, you may continue.
So I'm looking at your report, officer. And let's turn to page 2. Mr. Lorman said he heard multiple gunshots that night, right?
Judge, I'm gonna object to that. We just talked about this.
Well,
All right,
from his
so,
report, Judge.
Well,
here's
he's
the
reading from
thing.
something that's not in evidence.
All right, so everyone, please approach. children, if you make a promise, you gotta stick by it. You
do.
can't, they don't understand, so.
No,
They
absolutely.
will remember that. It will become part of their identity and
I will not be the cause of the ROTC students at Harlandale saying, if only Judge Boyd would have kept this our lunch ago.
And that's the thing, when you do show up, they will remember that forever. Like, yeah, Judge Boyd came, remember that now? It was awesome.
Judges for preparations, are you gonna try to get all of our witnesses done tomorrow as well?
Yes.
Okay, so stay basically as late as that takes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm ready.
And of course, it all depends on the jurors.
Ready, Judge?
All right, yes, let's bring you.
That's for the jury?
All right, everyone, please be seated. And defense, it's still your cross.
Thank you, Judge. All right. So Detective, earlier you had talked about the other officers that were involved in this investigation with you. It was Detective Orta, Detective Martinez, and Detective Rickle, right?
Yes,
And you said that you talked to those other officers and made what they told you part of your report, correct?
talk to him?
Yeah.
Yes, I worked with
Okay. And did they submit reports to you as well?
No, they did not.
Okay, all right. So who were the other officers that were involved in the investigation that night?
There were several officers.
Who were they?
I don't have a list of them.
You don't remember?
I don't remember all their
Okay.
names.
And you don't have it in your report, correct?
No, not all the officers.
Nothing to refresh your memory? Okay. All right. And you did not talk to them and make whatever they said or saw part of your report, correct?
No, I did not talk to every officer that was assigned to the case that night.
Even though you're the lead detective on this?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So earlier we saw State's Exhibit 10, which was the back of the Tesla.
Yes.
Okay. Back of the Tesla had what you testified to earlier was a bullet hole in the back
That's what it appears to be.
through the bumper, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you saw that night?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we talked about that. You said you were out there for about 2 hours for the investigation?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. And it's your testimony here today that there was no 911 calls about shots being fired, correct?
Not that I remember. No.
And that you didn't have, but you had some information about shots being fired because of the bullet holes in the bumper, and you did some.
No, there was no calls for shots being fired. There was a call for, like I said, Diego Gomez called 911. And he reported that a gentleman
I'm
pointed
going
a
to
gun
object
at
to
him.
hearsay, Judge.
All right, the objection to hearsay will be sustained.
Okay, so I guess my question to you is this, sir, is that did you get any other information about shots being fired that night?
No,
Okay. And so why did you go out and inspect the bumper for bullet holes?
the district attorney's office reached out and asked us to send those off to the lab to get them tested.
Would it surprise you that during the course of this case and the investigation of this and course of our representation, that we had to hire an investigator to go out and take pictures of the Tesla to determine whether or not there's bullet holes in it?
Judge, I don't object to that. There's no way that the defendant would know that. Lack of personal knowledge.
Sustained.
I guess my question is, would it surprise you to find that out?
Judge, I'm
I'm-
gonna object as to relevance. How is that relevance? That's a common defense tactic to obtain an investigator of their own. So,
Relevancy?
The relevance is, Judge, is that for 2 years, nothing was done until the defense actually went out to
Right,
take some
sorry.
pictures.
All right, the objection will be sustained.
Okay. So you did nothing to go out and determine whether or not there was bullet holes in that bumper for 2 years. Is that correct? Okay. And once you went out there, did you go out there with our investigator, Greg Pratt?
Yes, he was out there.
Okay. And he actually was out there pursuant to a court order to inspect that vehicle, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And once you realized he was going to go out, is that when you applied for the search warrant?
I think it was around the same time. I don't remember if it was the exact same time or I'm pretty sure we got the warrant first and then he came out later.
Okay. So did you do your inspection the same day he did his?
Do not remember if that was the same day or if it was a different day.
Were there 2 times that you guys went out there to look at those bullet holes?
Because I remember I had to take him to the our evidence room to review one of the pieces that we took because he didn't see it because it was taken off the vehicle. I don't think he was there that day, but I can't remember.
Okay. Was Mr. Pratt out there 1 day or 2?
At Groudon,
Yes, sir.
he was out there one day that I remember.
And to your recollection, were you guys out there to inspect that vehicle on 2 separate days
For
for the bullet holes?
I don't know if it was 2 days.
Fair enough.
Sure.
If you don't know, you don't know. And that's an okay answer.
A while back. Yeah.
And so, one of the sections that you cut out of the bumper showed what you testified earlier to, and it was in the picture that, where's the state's exhibits?
Right there. You need it?
Yeah, please.
I can go.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Mhm.
So I believe is the state's exhibit 51. Do you know who took these pictures?
It was the CSI. out there. I know she did a report. I don't remember her name.
Okay. And do you know whose hand that is in that picture? I'm like,
I'd have to
can I approach Judge?
Yes.
Thank you. I know it's a far ways. Any ideas whose hand that is? I'm just wondering if it's yours or somebody else's.
That might be mine.
Okay.
It looks like a jacket I wear. so-
Okay. And so in this picture, in exhibit, State's Exhibit 51, you're saying this looks like it's bullet holes.
Yes.
It looks like it entered the top and went out the bottom, right?
No. I mean, they just look like 2 bullet holes.
It looks like 2 bullet holes. You don't think that's not a linear trajectory or so it's 2 separate bullet holes?
Can't tell.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, and so did you guys cut out that section of the bumper?
Yes, and we sent it off
Okay, where'd you send it off?
to the Bear County lab
And what did you send it off for?
to be examined to see if there was any type of fragments or any kind of particles on it that would match a bullet, like lead, zinc,
Copper.
yes, copper.
Copper jackets on bullets, that makes sense, right? Lead from the inside of the bullet, that would make sense, right? Now, that car had been sitting out in ground and pound for almost 2 years, right?
Yes,
In this Texas heat, right?
Yeah.
Heavy rains that we get here in San Antonio, right?
not lately, but yeah.
Is this during Snowmageddon, maybe? I'm just asking because that's a long time to be out in the weather and still have some trace elements to get tested. Would you agree?
It was a while. after the
Okay.
crash.
What was the results of that test?
They didn't find any traces.
Was that a big surprise? Not really, right? Okay, fair enough. Now, when you were out there with Mr. Pratt, did you find what appeared to be a bullet hole that entered from the back of the bumper and went all the way through the trunk?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, and there was a fragment that actually had come off that was inside the trunk, correct?
It was something, I don't think we could tell what it was though.
Okay, but it was a piece of metal.
I believe so.
Something. Okay, all right. And there was like a linear rip in the carpet. That's what you showed on these things earlier? Okay. Okay. That appeared to be a bullet that passed through to you? Okay. But again, you don't know when that happened, right?
Yes,
Okay. Could have happened that night.
it's possible. Could have happened before.
Could have happened before. Definitely didn't happen after, right? Because this is a ground and pound,
Correct.
right? So if Mr. Castillo left his apartment that night and didn't have bullet holes in his car, and at the end of the night he did, when would those bullet holes have occurred?
Sometime in between.
Sometime in between. We talked a little bit about the Tesla videos, and there is about a 1 minute gap, correct?
Yes,
And I think we made some motions to try and get the actual Tesla drive to look at that, and we had a forensic analysis. We can't find that 1 minute, can we?
yes, I think y'all's expert tried and then we sent it off to see if there was anything missing and nothing was found.
And that 1 minute gap is when Mr. Castillo gets out of the car, right?
Yes,
In your opinion, you're the detective on this case. You're doing the investigation. Would it have been helpful to have that 1 minute that Mr. Castillo's getting out of the car so we could see what he did?
yes, any videos helpful.
Okay. You went through some of the videos with the state where you were looking at Mr. Castillo's driving from the Tesla videos, right?
Yes,
Okay. And you indicated some of those things where he committed some traffic violations, right?
yes,
Do those traffic violations happen pretty much every day on San Antonio streets?
yes.
And you worked in traffic before, right?
Not in the traffic unit, but yes, I've done traffic stops.
Okay. And you've seen people do these exact same things, right?
Correct.
Right? Has nothing to do with intoxication, does it? It's just bad driving.
I mean, it depends. That's usually how you get to a traffic stop to find out if someone's intoxicated is they commit
That-
a minor violation.
That it kind of is the mantra. Pull them on traffic, right?
Yes.
Okay. Pull them on traffic, see if we can get something else, right?
Now, see if you can get something else. Just see if you get any clues after that.
Okay. All right. At one point, you said it appears that Mr. Castillo was driving fast.
On the
Remember
highway.
that?
Yes.
Okay. But we don't know how fast he was going, do we?
No,
I mean, everybody else could have been driving real slow, right?
I mean, highly doubtful, but yes,
Could have happened though, right?
sure.
Okay. But we don't know how fast he was going and how fast he wasn't going, right?
Not at that point, no.
Okay. All right. You were talking about earlier about that dot of light that we saw on the picture that was Defense Exhibit 1 and Defense Exhibit 6. You remember that?
Yes,
Okay. And then Mr. Prater, prosecutor, went through one frame at a time, and you saw that flash of light, right?
I see a light, yes.
Okay. And that light that you see is not coming off a reflective surface, is it?
No,
There, because the window's down, right?
yes,
there's the A-frame or the door frame, and then you've got the rear view mirror that's got a light on it, right? Correct?
Yes,
Okay. And that little flash of light is real fast, right?
yes, there's a flash.
Okay. And we're not talking about stellar quality video here, are we?
It's pretty good for night, but yes.
Okay. It's whatever it's whatever Tesla's had, right?
Mhm.
And Teslas, let's talk about that real quick. Teslas are a very unique vehicle, right?
Yes, they are.
Most cars don't have all this video and stuff, do they?
No,
So all this video and all this evidence that we have is actually kind of fortunate that Tesla had all that, right?
yes,
Okay. And just for the jury's edification, all the information you have that you've testified about here today and that you have in your report is from your observations and the evidence that you gathered after the fact, correct?
after the crash, yes.
Yes. You weren't present when the crash happened.
No, sir.
You weren't present when Mr. Castillo was driving his vehicle.
No, sir.
You don't know what was said or what was done. You weren't there, right?
No, sir.
Okay. We talked about that. And back up just a little bit. And so on March 27th of 2023, Mr. Castillo surrendered himself to San Antonio Police, didn't he?
Yes, at the central substation.
At that time, he didn't even have a warrant, did he?
No, he did not.
He came in freely and voluntarily, right?
Yes.
Trying to do the right thing, right?
Kinda.
Didn't run,
No,
didn't try and avoid this whole situation, right?
no,
Could have gone to Mexico, right?
he could have.
But he didn't, did he?
No,
Came in, surrendered himself, and said, let me face the consequences, right?
he didn't say anything.
Didn't say anything. Okay. Other than, let me back up. Were you there when Mr. Castillo surrendered himself at all?
No, I was not.
Okay. Have you had any interactions with Mr. Castillo?
Yes, I did.
What kind of interactions did you have with him?
So after he was brought to headquarters, I basically tried to interview him and he didn't want to answer any questions.
Okay. All right. He's got a right to do that, right?
Yes,
And you Mirandized him before you started asking him questions?
yes, I
And you
did.
told me you didn't have to ask a question, right?
Correct.
Nothing wrong with that, right?
Nope.
Okay. But other than that interaction, you've had no interactions with him? You don't know him?
No,
Okay. Judge, if I can just review my notes for a minute, I may be
Sure.
close to being done. Let me ask you this. You talked about some of the kinds of cases that you have investigated. You talk about intoxication offenses, hit and run offenses, things like that. Have you ever investigated a road rage incident?
yes.
What kind of things do you see in road rage incidences?
Usually starts with some kind of minor thing. Someone cuts someone off or they get angry. They start arguing with each other and then it leads to more.
Okay,
Either a shooting or something else.
okay. Are people known to like open their doors and try and act like they're gonna get out? The
Yeah,
rotary,
it's possible.
okay. When someone's trying to engage with someone else, let me retract that, withdraw. You said you reviewed these Tesla videos, right?
Yes,
Okay. In the Tesla video, where they're coming off of the I-10 ramp and turning onto Alamo, correct?
yes,
You see Mr. Castillo's vehicle in the left lane, correct?
yes,
And you see the FJ and it's driving, and then it changes from the left lane over to the right lane, correct?
I would have to look at it again. I know he ends up in the left lane, right in front of him.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
below.
popped over.
Mhm.
You know, I apologize for having to do it this way.
Technology.
No tech on us. All right, next one. Okay. And so you see the FJ turn left there on the red light.
Yes,
Okay, the Tesla comes up and it turns left as well, correct?
yes,
Proceed through a green light at an intersection and the FJ's in left lane. Now it turns over to the right lane, correct?
yes,
Okay, and it hits the brakes, right?
yep,
As it's hitting the brakes and the Tesla's coming up, now you can't really see it. See what's going on here. And they slowly come to a stop
yes,
at a green light.
correct.
Okay. What's the front one?
This is the problem.
This is the front.
Yes, sir.
Give me the right repeater on that. You can show it. I'm not blowing it up. Well, you can see them on that.
No, I know. I know which one.
You were doing that. I mean, yeah. Okay, so in that video we just watched, we watched the FJ is in front of the Tesla, correct?
Yes,
And then it switches lanes and hits the brakes and slows down, correct?
yes,
And then the Tesla comes up next to it and we really can't see the FJ anymore, correct?
on that video, yes,
Right. And so the FJ is kind of right, it's because that's a front facing camera, right?
Mhm.
And so the FJ is just right next to him, right?
yes,
Okay. Seen other videos and we kind of see the interaction that goes on with all that, right? I guess my question to you is this, is that if the FJ hadn't braked and it just kept going, there would have been no altercation, right?
yes, and if the Tesla wouldn't have followed him, there would have been no altercation either.
Well, we don't know why the Tesla followed him, do we?
No, but we don't know why the FJ stopped either.
Okay. But at the same time, the FJ is slowing down so that Mr. Castillo's Tesla comes up next to him, right?
Yes,
Okay, we know that,
yes,
okay? But we don't know why Robert turned on the red light, do we? Not yet,
follow him, no,
okay? And you don't know that from your investigation, do you?
no,
Okay, all right. Throughout your investigation, and you had a chance to go through that Tesla thoroughly, it's been in the impound for years now. Did you find any drugs or alcohol inside that vehicle?
no, not inside the vehicle.
Okay. Did you find any cups with residue or anything like that, alcohol in it?
No,
Okay. So no evidence of drugs or alcohol in the vehicle at all?
not in the
correct?
vehicle.
Okay. Okay. One second, Josh. Just make sure I got everything. During your investigation, did you have an opportunity to review the EDR?
Yes,
You got a chance to look at that report, right?
yes,
Okay. And then that, well, How fast was the Tesla going according to your recollection from that EDR?
I think the highest speed was 88 miles an hour.
And how fast was it going at the time of the collision?
That's 30 something. I don't remember exactly.
Below the speed limit though on Alamo, right?
After he, yes,
Okay.
after he hit the curbs.
And did that EDR show him decreasing his speed consistently? Brakes applied?
I believe so. I would have to
Okay.
look at it, but
And it showed him trying to make a left-hand turn, correct?
I would have to look at it to
Okay.
see exactly.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm just asking what you remember. So in the course of your investigation, did you try to ascertain why Mr. Castillo was driving that fast?
He didn't give me anything.
Did you talk to anybody else or find out any other information that might have aided you in why he was driving that fast?
I mean, we talked to the passenger that was in the vehicle. He gave his statement.
Okay. Did he provide you any information as to why they might have been driving that fast?
He talked to the other detective, and I think he told him that there was a disturbance and that they took off.
What kind of disturbance?
Let me see here. Said they got into an argument with the driver of the Toyota FJ. They opened their doors, but they didn't exit the vehicle.
I'm going to ask you not to read from it. but
Yes.
Just
Okay.
refresh your memory. So they got shot at, right?
He said, as he drove away, he heard gunshots.
Okay. Would that explain why Mr. Castillo was driving that fast to you?
Judge, I'm object to that. There's no way that the witness has any personal knowledge as to what Mr. Castillo was thinking.
Sustained.
Fair enough. So what else did you do to try and determine why Mr. Castillo was driving that fast?
So my investigation was on, he was involved in a crash and he fled from the scene, never reported the crash. Never tried to make an attempt, never called 911. If he was getting shot at, I think that would be something you would do, is call 911 to report it as soon as you can. Instead, he waited till 2 days later and turned himself in.
You
He
remember?
never made any reports before that?
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize. Sorry, son. You reviewed the photos from CSI?
Yes,
You saw Robert Castillo's phone in the front seat of the
Yes.
Tesla. He didn't have a phone that night, did he?
but he could get to a phone. I'm sure he got to a phone before 2 days until he reported or turned himself in.
Okay, but if calling 911 and he didn't do it then, would that be a reason to call 911 2 days later? I mean, the event's already happened, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if you're getting shot at, you're gonna find someone to call for you.
Okay.
And I think he actually told his passenger not to call, if I remember
I'm
right
going to
from
object
his
to
statement.
hearsay, Judge.
Sustained.
Okay. Ask them jury disregard.
Ladies and gentlemen, disregard the last answer from the witness, please.
Detective Pavella, I think that's all the questions I've got for right now. I appreciate your
Yes, sir.
time and your answering my questions. I'm gonna pass the witness, Judge.
State.
Judge, no further questions. We ask that this witness be excused.
All right.
That was a great call, Judge. Yes.
All right. The rule has been invoked. You're not allowed to discuss your testimony with anyone. The only persons. I'm sorry, just one moment. All right, sorry about that. The rule has been invoked. You're not allowed to discuss your testimony with anyone until the conclusion of this case. If you'll make sure you leave whatever documents with the court reporter and remove the microphone.
Yes,
Great,
ma'am.
thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, if I could have parties approach, please. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna have y'all wait in the jury room for me just in about 10 minutes, and then I'll let you all know what time we're gonna start tomorrow, all right?
All right, jury.
Because I will tell you all, I've received 2 emails from the students from Harlingdale who came in. They're like, "You still coming to?"
Oh, was
Um,
it the little ranger?
yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like, "You still coming to our lunch tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Yes, I will be there." So I just
See?
I don't believe in disappointing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
One may make it happen.
Oh, yeah, when I would represent children in the foster care system, I would tell everybody, I gotta be there for that. No disappointment.